What is up, dudes? It's me, Wombat, the ultimate hype beast, and I'm back to review this Legend Spriggan 7 merge. Probably one of the most anticipated releases in the entire God series, in my whiny, high-pitched voice. So, yeah, this was released as a starter around, I think it was either June or July of 2017, and it was super hyped up because not only does it have the first Beyblade with the metal god chip in the center, it was also designed to be dual spin, meaning it can spin right and left. So let's get around to, I'll show you how that's done later when I'm reviewing the layer, because that's where it changes. So up first, Legend Spriggan is the layer. I believe it weighs somewhere around 14 point something grams, so it's not quite as heavy as L2, but it was still one of the heaviest layers when it was released, mainly due to this metal god chip. And you can change directions by seeing this mechanism underneath on the teeth. You can see there's an R there and an L there. And the way you change the directions is it comes with this special winder with the launcher, which has a little key on the top. All you need to do is match up these indentations with the little tabs on the teeth, and then either twist it so it points toward the L for left spin or the R for right spin. Right spin is definitely the preferred mode. Legend Spriggan's a pretty solid attacker, and it remains to be today, actually. Recently, the WBO made a ruling that allows you to change the modes of Beyblades, except for Spriggan Requiem, mid-battle. And then they just banned Spriggan Requiem entirely, so you can just change Legend Spriggan from right spin to left spin, or left spin to right spin once per battle. Which is useful because with the amount of opposite spin stuff going around, if you're up against Drain Faf and you switch to left spin, it'd be easier to beat it. If you're up against something like Alter Chronos or Deep Chaos, Emperor Fornius, most other right spin stuff, you switch to right spin. But generally, right spin is the better mode, objectively, though left spin works better against left spin, and it's still a pretty top tier attack layer. So the recommended combo for this is Legend Spriggan 7-star Extreme or Jolt. Star because that's bidirectional as opposed to Meteor, which only points right. It used to be Meteor until the mode change was legalized, and then now we use Star. And you can also switch out 7 for 0. I think 7 is better. I did use 4 for a while, but then I realized that 7 actually made it burst less. I tried 11, didn't like it too much. 13 was okay. I still think 7 is the best disc for it. Legend Spriggan 7-star, and then you can change the tip between Extreme, Jolt, and Hunter, whichever one you prefer. I'm kind of liking Jolt actually right now because I found it to be a little slow on Extreme. But I switched to like one of my newer Extremes, and I think that's helping it. But overall, really solid layer. It was actually recently released in Random Booster 10, so if you want to pick it up, that would be a good opportunity to do that. And then the disc is 7. I think it was the heaviest disc released at the time. It's supposed to be 23 point something grams. Most of mine are lighter than that, but yeah. It actually took over 4 for stamina because it has a better weight distribution. It's a little heavier. It's also better for attack and stamina. It's a pretty good disc, and what makes it really nice is that it's even good without a frame because it has such a smooth underside compared to something like 0 or 4 or 5 or 2. It's that which will allow it to roll. So if you use 7 revolve or 7 bearing without a frame, it'll actually have more life after death than if you used cross or glaive or under on it. Good there's a lot of combinations that use 7. Deep Chaos, 7 Revolve, Drain Fafnir, 7 Glaive, Destroy, Drain Fafnir, 7 Revolve, Legend Spriggan, 7 Star Extreme. It's just a pretty useful disc all around. It's been released a whole bunch of times since then. It's in the God custom set. It's with Beat Kukulkan. There's one in Random Booster 10. I think that's it actually, but those are all releases that are, at least 2 of them are also generally must-buy releases at this point, so it's definitely a disc you should have, both like competitively and otherwise. And then finally the drivers merge, which is kind of like a mix between R2F and CS, or Jolt and Unite, from it's the star-shaped rubber flat with a plastic spike in the middle, and it's pretty okay. I've actually found it to have a much tighter flower pattern than Extreme or Jolt does for whatever reason, but the spike also holds it back. I got a new merge in Random Booster 10 where the rubber extends past the plastic tip, so I might have to try that one out. But it seems like a decent alternative to what is it? Extreme, Jolt, or Hunter. Just not something I would necessarily choose over them, unless I'll need to try my other merge, but unless I got something that worked really well. But still not a bad driver. It's kind of like, I would use it for attack over Unite, definitely, but not for defense. So, overall, Legend Spriggan is a pretty good release. I believe it's the cheapest guaranteed way to get 7. Legend Spriggan, oh yeah, it also kind of wears down after a while. Nowhere near as fast as Valkyrie and Death Scyther, but it's faster than Neptune. Probably because of the aggressive design, and then also the direction change mechanic means that some of the teeth are like the thinner old kind that wear down easier. So it will eventually wear down and become easier to burst. For what it's worth, I've had this since October 2017, and it's now May 2018 when I'm recording this, and it's worn down like slightly. It bursts noticeably more compared to the new one I just got, but it's still usable. Yeah, overall, Legend Spriggan's a great purchase. Good attack layer, at least in the meta where both the Garudas and Spriggan Requiem are banned. Top tier disc, and an okay driver, which you may or may not find use for. It also comes with an actual light launcher for once, which is nice, and you'll need the winder to change directions, because I don't think they've made any other tool that can do that yet, unless the one from the metal godship holder from the God custom set can do that. So yeah, definitely recommend picking up Legend Spriggan. It's a good Beyblade. And next one we're going to be doing is the Banana Maximum Garuda. So I will see you guys then.